Hey, we are late. But better late than never and not at all. So thank you for your patience. Busy weekend, but this is your weekly for the 31st through the 6th, if my mind memory serves me correctly. So anyway, let's get into it. This is your weekly forecast for our earth, our fire, our water, and our air babies. Let's start with our cardinal earth, which is Capricorn, our fixed Taurus, and our mutable Virgo, which we're in Virgo season. So happy birthday to all the Virgos. Ooh, okay. Good regenerative energy for this week. This is late, so you probably have already felt the effects, or your child. You may have seen the effects in your child. Nice. Following messages, making progress. A very productive week for them. Either they are healing. I feel that the past is behind them and they are moving forward. Yes, and new beginnings. Yay, kudos to your earth babies. So I don't know what the circumstances are. Maybe it was a personal slight, maybe it was a challenge in school, maybe, just if they're toddlers, something just rubbed them the wrong way and they're in the process of learning behavior, positive behavior, or redirection on how to navigate something. So they have the red card, free from pain. Free yourself from pain. Your child is tired and done with whatever situation they have going on. And remember, you are someone's child. So please, if you are an earth sign, always apply these to yourself. They're not just restricted to your children. I don't know what this pertains to. I feel like mental pain for sure. A personal relationship, so somebody that could be close to them, like a betrayal, people that they've allowed themselves to either get attached to, or allow others to attach themselves to them. But it could possibly be somebody in close proximity, a friend, if they're an adult, a coworker. So just they're healing from a connection that had too much access to them, too much easy access, and they're just nope, sorry, I put a boundary up and I'm done. So messages in the bottle. The situation is something they're getting, I feel divine downloads as far as, I need to do this differently, or they're coming up with ideas, a plan, new direction in the way that they want to go. Let me just get a little bit of clarity on this. Number 15. Yeah, communication sign, spontaneous messages, pointing the way to your highest good. Yes. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. I don't know. What is it saying? Oh, and when you allow yourself to be fluent and all that stuff. Expect confirmation that you were pointed in the right direction. The reply is favorable. So they're on the right path. So I love it when I don't have to read the book to have the understanding of the card. I just get the download. So they, what's changing for them, they have healing in the past, healing from the past in reverse. And I feel like this is an old situation. They're letting go of something. They're deciding, they're cutting ties. They're definitely moving forward away from things that have just hindered them or given them a bad feeling, which is awesome. I could have used this message on Saturday. I have a Capricorn moon and Venus. So if you don't know what those means, Google it, look it up. New beginnings was changing, or the solution is they have a new beginning coming up, a new sense of direction. So it's like whatever happened in the past, they are making steps forward, which is so awesome. So excited for our Earth babies. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. Thank you, Lord God, for these beautiful, on point, succinct, and I don't know if synchronic is a word, but they flow. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for these messages. For you, mom and dad, you have I am loyal and reverse. And I think you were just doing you this week. It says, today I'm committed to being someone's peep. I will stand by your side, whether you are wrong or right. And if you are wrong, I will help you get it right. I will offer you advice from a sincere standpoint. What you ultimately choose is up to you. And I accept you for who you are and how you feel. I will offer unconditional friendship and understanding. You're like, no, you could have experienced a betrayal yourself, and you are looking out for yourself. You are self-protecting. You are just healing. You're putting up boundaries, respectful boundaries for yourself. And with the sun in Virgo, and we have some planets still in Virgo, if you are an earth sign, you're using this energy to your highest good and your betterment. And it's complementary energy. So you are being more analytical, more definitive in how you choose to go about things. And, making strong cuts like, nope, ain't got time for this. So it's like this taking stock of where you are and finding your loose ends, tying them, and being efficient, and whatever ceases to serve your purpose and the direction that you're headed, you're cutting it out. What's the point? Why keep it around? So that is the messages for our earth signs, our Capricorn, our Taurus, and our Virgo children. Moving on to fire. Yeah! Anyway, I'm in a peppy mood. It's like I hate and I do not like. I use those two words, but it just unnerves me when I don't get these done on time. But whatever. So we have our cardinal Aries, our fixed Leo, and our mutable Sagittarians for this week. Let's see what we got here. So, overcoming your challenges in reverse. So I feel they're being very triumphant this week. They're not in the dark. They're not dealing with anything like dark and mystic and foreign and unfamiliar. There are no challenges to overcome. I think they are making strides. They've overcome something already, and this is just a very, thank God, productive time for them. I think the only thing I don't have in my chart in a significant form is air. I don't know. I know I have, everybody has every element in their chart, but I think I'm more fire, earth, and water. So be mindful. And this is concerning to me. But this week, it's a situation of chaos and conflict. So brace yourselves. Either the conflict has happened, or by week's end, there will be a conflict. Just brace yourself. Your child, tell your child to brace themselves. Let's get a little bit more information on that. Because all I see is brace yourself. It's like, it almost feels like the Tower card, like just a shitstorm, like unexpected, coming out of nowhere, no ability to like control it or foresee it or stop it from happening. It just is what it is. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, a tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. It says opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere. But consider the value of chaos that serves you well. As you become unmoored by it, scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internally projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you cannot control. You can't control. Yet every storm passes and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than just one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. It's like appear to be chaotic. Everything is happening now. That is happening now is in truth shaking up so you can find the real path to your prosperity. Yes, it's a stormy time, and it feels as if there are opposing forces wherever you turn. Be reassured that there is divine purpose in this chaos. Everything that doesn't work is being taken from you so that the truest part of yourself remains. Events occurring now are essential to your ultimate prosperity. This chaos is divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way now. In time, you will know this to be true. So that is comforting because, and I'll explain this, but you see how grounded, look at this picture. This is a zebra. Why does it have why does it have a giraffe pattern on it? So it's like, this is telling me two things. Look at how in the midst of this shit being undone, and I'm sorry, I hope your children aren't watching this with you. In the midst of this stuff being called out for what it is, it's almost like you are the earth, your child is the earth, and they are grounded. The whole foundation of this change is grounded for sure. It's like the earth is not moving. There's no earthquakes. It's nothing shifting terribly except for grains of sand. It's incremental, but you are still supported. Your child is still supported. Now, this tells me that somebody in your child's life is trying to show themselves or present themselves as something that they know they're not. This is somebody, this is a friend, this could be a relative, this could be a parent. I almost get father, like a father who has not been in the picture of the child and wants to come back and say, to their daughter or son, but I really get like the father-daughter connection for some of you that, oh, honey, I've changed. Daddy wants to make it right and fix it. And it's like, dude, you still doing the same stuff. Like you haven't changed a bit, like you still are pretending to be something that you're not. And I see past the BS. This is who you are. Stop coming off as something that you're not. And I think even that is frustrating because your child is smart enough to know better and to see, you lying. You were not telling the truth. So just be wary. I would caution your child to ground themselves. That when this chaos happens, because it is like, it's inevitable. This is a Tower card. When this happens, your child needs to be informed to brace themselves so that they can stand and just be receptive. The BS is going to come. The storm is coming. Instead of trying to fight it, just let it blow over. I really strongly feel that. I do not know Who that's for? They have the support card in reverse. I feel like they're going to be on their own. This is a time of being reclusive. This is a time of, you know, not retreating as in like failure or defeat, but they are retreating for seclusion, introspection, solitude, regaining strength, perspective, just isolating themselves so that they can heal and move forward. And this isn't something that they're going to do with people or need to do with people. This is something like within themselves, like one-on-one, like myself and I. They're going to be introspective this week. So sad to say, it almost feels like it's a wave. Like once they're overcoming a challenge. So this could mean like how they're starting the week. This could mean what's taking place, or in the midst of this change, they are overcoming. So both are relevant. Emotional healing for sure. This is the outcome. It says it's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. So this is interesting. So there is going to be some moments of isolation this week for them where they're just like, I'm done with the BS. I'm done. I'm out. Especially if they're an adult, if they're friends, if they're in school, it could be them seeing their classmates for who they are, or seeing fake people for who they are and choosing to step away. If they are a little one, they could just be really observant of a external situation around them. And they're like, I don't want any part of this. I know better. And they may distance themselves. You may see like the little ones actually distance themselves from people that just give them a bad feeling. You have I am feminine in reverse. It says, I am committed to being the va-va-voom woman I truly am. I am a delicate flower ready to blossom out into the world. I am a lady who is proud of who she is, or a man of who he is, and the amazing man or woman he or she is becoming. I am my glowing feminine or masculine self. So this feels like reclusive energy to me. It could also be masculine energy, but as you can see me shaking my head, I do not feel that that is what it is. I feel like this is being more introspective, less giving, more inward, more watching people from a like a peephole or secluded, you know, off in the cuff, just people watching. So you may be very protective, very reclusive about who you let close to you this week. So that's that. So I really appreciate you guys telling me like how this resonates with you in the comments section. It means a lot. That was a very loaded message for our fire signs. So far, there's a lot of healing energy, emotional healing energy, a lot of reclusiveness. And I would like to say that it has a lot to do with this Virgo transit that we're having right now. Oh, great. For this feels really good for our water sign. So that is our cardinal Cancer, our fixed Scorpio, and our mutable Pisces babies. So a lot of healing, translucent energy. Let's see what we got here because I don't have my glasses on and I can't see very close. Okay, so we have the Jade card. So they are feeling very action oriented. It's a new start, a new beginning. They're fully regenerated. Their energy is back. Their sense of direction and purpose is strong. And they are just like, you know what? I want this. I'm going after it. And nothing is standing in their way. They are asking for help. So if they need help this week, they are about community. They are about gathering with others, including others. I really just see them having this passion and this energy to gather people together, which is awesome. They're accepting help. They're receiving help, and they also are cognizant of this communal gathering and effort to be connected with other people. Heavenly signs. They're feeling very spiritual this week. This is what's changing. They may feel more of a connectedness with spirit, a more openness to receive the downloads the spirit has for them. So that is encouraging as well. We'll talk about this for a second. So leg up. And I don't have to. I know what this card means, but yeah, receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. There you go. That's exciting. It's like, I like when I don't have to look at these to know what they're talking about. And as far as heavenly signs, let's see. Yeah, it's the same thing. So they have time to decide and reverse. I feel like this is a very straightforward energy, not double-minded, not trying to figure it out. They already know what their direction is. So it says make a decision now so you can move forward. And because it's in reverse, they're already doing this. So this is confirmation that they're walking in their power. They're being very delegatory, action-oriented. And it's like this community effort. Like they really are strong in their power. Their battery is recharged and refueled. And I think maybe last week they were taking a time out. So now they're like, I can face the world again. I have the energy to just push forward and include people, because our water signs are the emotion signs. So when people, they're very empathetic, and when people burn them out, they're like, I don't want to be bothered. I need a timeout. So they're going to be very like, come on, guys, let's play. Let's make a sandcastle. Let's, join, getting people together to do something on any level. Now for you, dad and mom, you have the I'm letting go of the old story of why I can't in reverse. You're stuck. I don't know why. But you are feeling, in my opinion, there's something that you are having a difficulty getting over. Something is like, I feel like it's like this pit in your stomach or in your gut where you can't find the answer or the tool to like unravel the knot to be able to move forward and whatever thing that you have to do. So it says, today I am committed to cleansing my spirit, moving forward, and letting go of the past. I will no longer waste my time and resources on my old story and pity parties. Life is a journey, and my life experiences have shaped who I am today. I am not broken. I am seasoned, experienced, and know what I want in my life. I can and I will. So it's in reverse. And it's funny, like I read a card and then I say, oh shit, like I'm a parent of a water sign. So I'm like, ooh. Like, when am I not letting go of? What's going to be stuck for me this week? So we'll see. Again, these are not just applicable to your child's sun sign. Use this for your child's rising, their Venus, their Mars, essentially any planet in their chart. And I think there's one more. Sun, moon. That's what I was missing. So yeah, if they have a moon in a water sign, this is applicable to their emotional nature. So good stuff for our water babies. And just kudos and a breath of fresh air for our water parents. So hang in there. You will get through it. Don't know what it is. It's gonna work itself out. You're just not there yet with whatever knot it is, but it's gonna come undone. So just hang in there. Okay, finally moving on to our air signs. We have our Libra, our fixed, our cardinal Libra, our fixed Aquarians, and our mutable Geminis. I'm looking at these cards. I'm like, what the heck? Like, what's going on today? Because it feels a little unstable just looking at some of these cards in reverse. And air is like Air and water are very like that. And sometimes even fire can be, but fire is just, it grows in intensity. Fire can only get hotter. It's not, it's hot. It's just going to get hotter in intensity. Whereas, you know, earth is just very stable. Water is fluid, air is fluid. And those are the states of those. Every element has a beautiful dynamic to it. It's like they're all superheroes with strengths and, you know, deficits, or not even deficits, but weaknesses. I can't think of the right word. But anyway, let's get into your reading. So they have the purple card in reverse. And this speaks of developing mental clarity. So yeah, like, not, I don't even have to read the card. I just know that it's in reverse, and I'm like, that's not good. I feel very like restless, unsettled, just, I can't sit still, mental energy, difficult focusing, very just mentally like frustrated, like I can't, like it's not even confusion, but just, it's tough, you know, like it's very like, it almost is inducive of anxiety even. But something is clouding their ability to see clearly, or to think clearly, or arrive at a conclusion of something. So that's what's going on for them. They have the Y card in reverse. And I don't know if this is just like accept something as it is, or maybe asking too many questions when, you know, the answer is obvious, or what do I do with the book? There we go. But the Y in reverse card to me is just like just, it's almost like you want to ask why, and that's being shut down. Like, why are you asking why? Like you need to, something like the finger is being put back on them. So let's find out. Instead of their energy going out, like asking why, the energy is like coming back at them. And reverse. Let's look at this 31. Yeah, sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with the intention hidden from your awareness. It says, for example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talent, but about making yourself feel better. So whatever underlying motive is, like, spirit is almost like exposing it. Let's see. Because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you, or you want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down you really desire to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you closer to the happiness that you seek. So this is like, your child is accruing. It's almost like they're the source of their own thing, issue, confusion, whatever. This goes because there's like mental clarity, like, why is this happening? Or I don't understand this. And it's like, it's not something external that's causing this issue. It's a behavior that your child is exhibiting, and they need to be in a mindset to uncover it, be aware of it, whatever the case may be. But it's asking them to, instead of them thinking that the cause is external, it's like spirit is like, no, what are you doing? Or let's uncover the truth. Let's uncover what really is going on here. And they may need your help to figure that out, you know, to backtrack. What's changing is the realization that I need to take care of myself. Self-care, reevaluation, just acknowledging what needs to change inside of them, what adjustments they need to make, where they are at the causation of whatever situation is coming upon them, and being sensitive with themselves, being kind with themselves. And they are going to need you to hold space for them while they work this out. This may be very tough for them, depending on the age, depending on the mindset of the child. I just don't want to limit it to male or female. But I feel like for whatever reason, our air sign boys may have a little bit more challenge of being open to their part in whatever process or whatever thing that they have to kind of unearth within themselves. They may have difficulty owning up to it or acknowledging, hey, I'm responsible for this. I did that, you know, and they're going to need you to be very sensitive, very, it's almost like you have to like a petal, like on a rose, or just gently peel back, you gently open it, or create the opportunity for them to step into the conversation of truth. This is it's a heavy week. Why do they have the I am lovable in reverse? This is weird for me. I don't have that. It says, love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. I know this is saying that as a result, they feel unworthy of love. This is, now that I'm looking at this, the word depression is coming to me. You may be dealing with a child who is having a bout of like self-worthiness. I'm trying to think of the right words, but they are doubting their place in the world. They are doubting their self-worth. They can't see straight. They don't understand. Something at school is really bothering them. Maybe it's a classmate. Maybe it's a subject matter at a subject at school, and they're not understanding it, and they're blaming themselves, or that the curriculum is too hard, when all in reality, they just need to backtrack and understand that it's not them so much. It's not that they're not capable. They just need to not have such a high expectation as far as how they go about it, and be realistic with themselves that, hey, you just need to master X, Y, and Z. It's very simple. I can help you out. Let's take this step by step so that you can gain the understanding of this material. That's one scenario, but I'm really feeling like your child is like, I can't do this. I'm not qualified. I don't believe I have what it takes. So they are definitely, and it's a very heavy energy. You're going to need to be there for them, especially. You are going to need to have patience for them, with them. It feels strong. And this is a general, so this isn't for everybody, but the fact that I have, you are lovable in reverse. Your child does not feel that they are deserving. And that hurts me. Your child is just having a week where they don't feel like they're capable. For that reason, I'm like, I need to pull out another card. Yeah. So normally I do not do this, and this is a long reading, but heck, this is an intense week. Like, for me to be late everything happens for a reason. Like, I know I did not have the energy to do an adequate job, and I didn't want to rush it, and I wanted to make sure that I had the strength and energy to do it. You know, my Cancer rising sign, so I'm like, I want to make sure that my battery is charged so I can give you guys a quality reading. But we need an affirmative word for our air children, because that is heavy. Heavy. Oh, my babies. God bless them and protect their hearts. That's some heavy energy. So we ask Spirit, please give us a positive message for our air signs, our air babies. Please give them a word of encouragement. What do you, oh, okay. Oh, okay, fine. No, that's, so they got the I am happy card in reverse. All right, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Okay. Yeah. So this is, let me read the card. I am happy. It says, today I will find 5 things to be happy about, or 5 things that make me laugh, and then be happy I found those 5 things. So we haven't even got to you yet, but this is some tough energy for them. But just keep in mind that's encouraging to me. At least I know that this energy is temporary. So that's the encouraging message for our air signs. This is not going to last long. This may last for the majority of the week, but hopefully by Saturday they will have lightened up, and it's temporary. It's not going to last long. They will come out of it, but it's like they need to process this feeling and this emotion. So that is the confirmation. That's what I'm getting from that card. It is I'm going to say this. Because your child has this card in reverse, this tells me that this is divine and that this is purposed. This is on purpose for them to be in this melancholy state so that they can process whatever feelings and emotions that they have. But because I know better, I know that this energy that your child is experiencing is not going to last. This is almost like a recycling. It's a regenerative energy that they have to go through this process, and they have to work it out in its full entirety so that it can come in the upright. So this is a divine process, okay? So just be encouraged. This is the divine upset. But in the midst of it, have patience, be there, give your child a lot of affirmation and confirmation, and just reaffirm them. But they're going to work this out. They're going to work through this. They're going to work themselves through this process, but they need to take it every step. They need to feel every emotion. They need to vocalize every emotion and feeling, because when they do that, that's going to really help them come out of this, because they've dealt with everything and they did not allow themselves to deny it. Let's move on to you. You have I am staying true in reverse. I'm committed to being my authentic self without exception. I am far above average, and I will not be a stereotype to appease others. My personality cannot fit in a shoebox, although who doesn't like a new pair of fabulous shoes? Today I will stand up for what I believe in and not worry about what others think. I am proud. You are distancing yourself from people who don't deserve the authentic you. So you're not being fake. No, let me take that back. You are being fake with the people who don't matter. You're being very selective of who you let in and who you're being true with. You realize that in this particular season, and I feel strongly that it's like in a work environment, somebody backstabbed you, or somebody wasn't truthful, or somebody wasn't being authentic, and it came back and it had a negative impact on you. And so you're like, nope, you have a boundary with that person, or you're being very selective about who you let in your circle, who you give your energy to. So yeah, you're being true to yourself, but you're not doing it for everybody. You are being very closed off about your associations for this week. So that is it. I hope that resonates with you. I know that this one was long, but it was long on purpose because it needed to be. So thanks to you guys so much for listening, for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. I really appreciate you, and we will see you again next week.